Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 198 of the Unknown Games podcast. It's been a minute, but we're back. It's your boy, NinjaTrixta, and I'm joined with my co-host, Alex. What's up, man? How's it going?
What's up, Alex? Good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's been a while, hasn't it? Like a month or something, maybe more than that.
Think it's been a month, three weeks or something like that. We're back. Not too much has been happening in terms of games, which is good. And of course, we're a games podcast. We're trying out a new software today, which is giving us a little bit of issues right now. Like I'm looking at it and it's like freezing up just a little bit, but we're trying Riverside right now. We tried another service last time and we're just trying to see like, okay, what do we like, what we like using before OBS. We want to try something new and see how these kind of go if we want to pay for anything. But yeah, thanks for joining us. This is a podcast. We talk about games specifically, and we're both two dudes in Japan. That's the whole format. We don't eat any McDonald's anymore. We're healthy.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had McDonald's. I tried to have McDonald's last weekend, and then the line was so long that we didn't get it. I almost did.
Wait, what was the line long for?
It was just busy. It was busy as fuck on the weekend. I think it's partly because Black Friday sales started. Even in Japan, Japan does Black Friday now, which is I mean, good or bad depending on how you look at it. But Black Friday sales started, so the mall was kind of super fucking crowded.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, maybe the weather was decent or something. I'm not sure really 100%, but the mall was insanely crowded.
Especially if you go on Sundays. Like anytime I go on a Sunday, I always regret because that's the one day everyone is guaranteed off and all the families
like
are out on
legally
Sunday.
in Japan. Yeah, Sunday is, believe it or not, Saturday is not truly considered
a holiday.
Holiday. If you guys have played Persona 3, you would know that. That was culture shock for me the first time I played Persona 3, when like you would still go to school on Saturday, and I'd be like, what the fuck is why? Dude, anyways, yeah, it's true.
You'll see them people, they go into school on Saturdays. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about, I mean, there's been a couple big news. We're going to skip over the news things, which Sony in talks to potentially buy Kadokawa. That's pretty huge, not just for games, but just in terms of like anime and manga. And I mean, Kadokawa is a huge company, one of the big three publishers, I would say, here in Japan. So I don't know how that's going to go down, if it goes down, but we'll probably be talking about that more on future episodes. And then, of course, Bandai Namco. I mean, hold up. We championed Blue Protocol as long as we could. Never came out in the West, and it did release here in Japan. But unfortunately, after Gundam, what was that? Evolution?
Gundam Evolution, I think. Yeah,
Gundam Evolution, the shooter, that went down for their online kind of thing. Singularity, Synduality. There we go. I don't even know if that ever came out for the online portion of it. The anime came out, ironically. And anyways, long story short, that whole entire division is now being shut down and kind of put back into Bandai Namco. They're not doing that in online stuff anymore. They're focusing on just making normal games, no mobile, no nothing, just sticking to your guns from all the big Japanese companies now. So we want to be
Blue Protocol had like good tech behind it, so I hope they use that for a game.
For something, hopefully something will come out of that as well, similar to Concord. Maybe something will come out of it.
What would come out of Concord?
No offense, Concord. We just want something to come out of you, something good. But yeah, the Game Award nominees did go up, and as always, every year we go over them. This year we're actually going to streamline the process. We're not going to go over every category. There's only certain categories that we actually like and know about.
If we don't like a category, it doesn't count. It's not a real category.
It's too real. That's kind of how it goes. Because there's so many, and so many of them carry so many of the same games. But it's going to be happening, going down on the 12th of December. You can watch it on Twitch, YouTube, all those different streaming platforms. Hosted by Jeff Keighley, sponsored probably by more Doritos.
I wonder if they're going to hand out Steam Decks this year again.
And depending on how long someone speaks, they just keep handing it. I hope so.
Didn't they do Steam Decks last year as well? I can't remember.
They did it. Yeah, it's 2 years in a row. Yeah. I think they did it 2 years in a row. So that'll be nice if they do that. I mean, somebody wants to win something, and plus it was great marketing. I'm not gonna lie. Like Steam Decks are great. I don't use mine as much as I thought I would, but
I love my Steam Deck. I'm with you as well. I don't play it too often, but when I do play it, it's like the best.
It's the best.
Yeah, if you go overseas. I mean, sorry, it's very specific for us. When you go home to visit family,
I carry my Steam Deck.
Yeah, like bring your Steam Deck. It's awesome. Yeah,
it's like whenever I buy a game, I can honestly say I think about does this
That
run on
doesn't
Steam?
run on
Yeah,
Steam Deck. Yeah.
it's just a nice feeling. So we're gonna hop on into this. We're gonna skip best like a lot of this stuff at the bottom. We're gonna save most anticipated for close to last. So we're gonna go straight from best family game, which is a pretty simple category. We vote every year. Cross your bingo cards out on this for best family. We got Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and this Plucky Squire. All nice little games there.
Sweet. How many of these games have you played?
I'm currently playing Astrobot.
It's good, right?
It's good. It's solid, man. I've
really
been
good, yeah.
enjoying it. But I did play the demo for Princess Peach Showtime. It was
Yeah,
a little too
you
simple.
Didn't buy it? I thought you bought it.
I was set to buy it.
You're pimping it so much. You're like, Princess, when that game comes out, I'm gonna play a shit out of it. I'm gonna stream that shit. I was like, all right, Princess Peach, all right. And
I
you
did
didn't
play
even
the
buy
demo.
it.
I played the demo, and it was good though. I'm not gonna lie. Like I had fun, but it just wasn't. It didn't have like it wasn't a challenge, you know. But it's cute. Okay. Who knows? Maybe I will. Who knows? Right. It's not $70. I don't know. Did you play any of this stuff? Any of them?
I've been playing Mario Party actually.
Nice. How's that?
It's really good. It's a solid Mario Party.
Is it like Smash or like Mario Kart where it's just all of the previous mini games crammed into this one plus new ones?
It's got some new ones. It has new ones. Yeah, it's like new maps and like the gimmicks for the boards I feel like are a little bit better than the other Mario Party games. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it in a way that's super concise, but like, yeah, similar to other Mario Party games, each map is unique in some way, not just layout, but like thematically. There's like a thing that's unique to that map, right? Some kind of gimmick, right? Like a volcano that erupts whenever you cross something, or
I think I watched like Maximilian Dude, and they were playing like a mall.
Yeah, the mall
with
fun.
The elevator. It was pretty cool looking.
Speaking of the mall, okay, you just triggered like a memory. So how the mall works is like, it's multi-tiered. There's like 3 actual floors. You can only go up to another floor either from the elevator or from an escalator, right? So that's one part of it where it's like multi-tiered. That's kind of unique. And then the star can be on different floors, and you have to be like, okay, how can I get there? Do I take the elevator, take the escalator, or whatever? But the gimmick for the mall is there is a stamp rally. So in different parts of the map is a booth, and if you get to the booth, you will stamp your card, right?
Yeah.
And then if you can make it back to the first floor to the stamp rally booth, you can trade in your card. You'll get like a coin bonus. So 1 stamp will give you 10 coins, and then if you do all 4 stamps, you'll get 40 coins plus a 10 completion bonus. So you get 50 coins. So you can kind of play it strategically where it's like, if you're aiming for the coin like bonus star, you can try to focus on the stamp rally because those 50 coins is kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, it was kind of nice because you had the star in some directions, then you have the stamp. Like, you're gonna go around and get the stamp eventually, because there's multiple spots to get it. Yeah.
Because like when I played, I didn't complete my stamp card because I was focused. I was focused on trying to get the star, and because the star kept moving, like I wouldn't always cross a stamp, space. So I only end up getting like 1 stamp in our game. But yeah, you could do the stamp rally or.
I mean, I guess it depends on how many turns you set it on, but it was cool. Like when I was watching them play, they also had like the stores have sales too.
Yeah, that's true. There's time sales, so like 1 turn, everything's like on sale, and yeah.
Like normally, Mario Party is the bane of my existence because it is that mug is deadly. It tears me apart. I'm not good at it, and it takes.
You're not good at. What do you mean you're not good at? It's
I'm not good at it.
It's like 80% luck. I don't know. It's like 80% chance.
It's just I'm not good at it.
What part? Like the mini game part of it?
All of it.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I always have the worst luck when I play it. That's why. That's mainly it. Like I always roll 1s. I roll low numbers and I can't move, and I just get frustrated because I'm like, man, y'all put this on a high turn count and I can't move, and it's.
They also added so I'm talking about Mario Party a lot because the only game that I play, but like. They added like a hardcore mode where they tell you what the bonus stars are ahead of time, so you can aim for those stars. You can like focus your gameplay to get the bonus stars, and like mini games aren't random. You have to vote for them.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and then like so it's like a hardcore Mario Party mode if you want to play like seriously.
Dude, Mario Parties, this is some good stuff. I don't know. Like I would vote for Astrobot. I think you
can do
might vote
Astrobot.
for.
Astrobot's a good game. No, do
Just do
Astrobot.
Astrobot. Did you play Astrobot? Did you get a chance to?
No, I played Astro's Playroom, and then I was like,
it's more of that.
It's like that, but like bigger, right?
So, but bigger, yeah. It's more of that and bigger. So they did a great job. I actually find myself listening to a lot of the audio cues in it.
It's good. No, it's got good sound design. I think one thing that blew me away with Astro's Playroom is how well they implement the DualSense features.
Yes,
it's just insane. I think they because the game is a PS5 bundle. It's like a pack-in. Like you have to have that game.
Yeah.
I think part of it really it's a good game. If you haven't played it, you own a PS5 and haven't played it, just play it. It's on your PS. It's on your PS5
it's
already.
There. Just do it.
Yeah. I think part of it is like a tech demo because it's like, here's your brand new PS5. Here's what you can do with it, kind of thing, right?
Yep.
It's kind of like a tech demo / it's like a celebration of like PlayStation consoles.
Yep.
But man, the DualSense features in Astrobot is like, or Astro's Playroom, I don't know. I'm assuming Astrobot as well. It's just like nuts. It's so well done. The haptics are insane. Like this is the shit.
No, it's like when you're walking over sand, over water.
It feels,
metal, I don't know how they do it so well.
Yeah, if you never experienced a DualSense haptics done well, it's out of this world. It's insane how good it is.
It really is. So it's more of that, and it's great. Next up is best fighting. I'm not sure why the best fighting game. We had a lot of fighting games come out this year. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Multiverses, and also Tekken 8. I had forgot Tekken 8 came out this year.
I think it was end of last year, technically.
No, it was
it January?
End of January, after Power World, I think, like around that when Yakuza and all that stuff was coming out.
I would probably give it a Tekken 8 or 2 Dragon Ball.
Yeah, me too, man. Tekken 8, I've been loving watching all the Tekken 8 footage. I've been watching it the entire year. It's great. I did
Sparking Zero, like Sparking Zero when it came out on Steam at least, it like hit #1 worldwide like
that
immediately.
Game. That's what I'm thinking. Like I can't tell who's gonna actually get this. Actually, like 'cause I would like it to go to Tekken 8, but Sparking Zero, man, that's 10 years in the making. Fans waiting viciously, eagerly to get that mug, and
the fact that it hit like #1 like globally, I'm like shit. Dragon Ball
like 100 something characters. I forgot. Like they have like the dude who cleans the bathrooms in that game.
Well,
like,
it's so funny because it's like because also there's so many forms where it's like Super Saiyan 1 Goku, Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Ultra Super Saiyan, and it's like Super Saiyan Blue, Vegito, Super Vegito. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Like some of them you can like, you can either like power up to that or you can just start out as it.
You can start out,
So what? Oh man, I don't actually know who's gonna. I hope Tekken 8 gets it.
I don't care. I actually haven't played any of these personally. I played a little bit of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Not Rising.
Okay, yeah.
But so I can't speak for Rising. But what can I say about it? It's a Arxis fighter, so
it's an Arxis fighter.
You've played them. They're good. They're actually good fighters. So
they're good fighters. I mean, they did a good job with that one. I remember they pretty much addressed the issue of like skill cooldown, and then also just removing some of the barriers or limits that people were feeling. Like I remember it got good reviews in the fighting game community. But this category is a little busted right here. We got the best RPG, Dragon's Dogma, 2, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor Fantasio. All those can win in their own right. Well, maybe not Dragon's Dogma, but it depends on how you feel about Elden Ring being an RPG.
It's a DLC.
But I mean, like DLCs have been in these categories before, like
Witcher,
Shadow,
with Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah, Cyberpunk and also Witcher. Those are both CD Projekt Red, but
wasn't Cyberpunk in as like best ongoing game and not? But so there wasn't as its own category then. Like ongoing I can understand ongoing, but like this is it's being pitched as a game.
But it is a game.
It's like it's DLC for a game.
It's weird because either there were definitely other RPGs that came out this year in the 2D sense, right?
I'm not saying Elden Ring's bad, but like why did its DLC get nominated?
I think in this case, so they do explain it. It's for anything that's like it's a substantial, because in a way It also says remakes as well, which RE4 was in categories last
year. Remakes
year.
is totally fine. Remakes because it's like it's actually a game that they made.
But they did. This is like I played this game for 60 hours.
You played
Almost more than
specifically
60.
the DLC specifically for 60 hours.
The DLC for specifically 60 hours. It was huge. It was chunky.
It's really big though. It is Elden Ring though, right?
So but it is
like it's
Elden
we're
Ring.
not talking like Warcraft 3 and then Defense of the Ancients. Like it's not that. It's just like more Warcraft 3.
It's more Elden Ring. Yeah, it's more Elden Ring. But then it's like I have to I always say like so The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. To me that because I played those back to back and Tears of the Kingdom felt like a DLC.
Right, okay, but to be fair, you can just buy but you can just buy Tears of the Kingdom though, right? Exactly. Yeah, I can't buy Shadow of the Eldtree. I have to buy Elden Ring, and then.
But I feel like it still deserves like in terms of in the subcategory of best RPG or best action game or whatever.
It should just say Elden Ring then. It should just be Elden Ring. It should just be Elden Ring.
That would be weird because it's not Elden
Ring. It should just say Elden Ring
because it's not Elden Ring. I mean, I think it's fine in this category because I think we have different flavors of RPG. We have turn-based traditional RPG with Metaphor Refantasio. Then we still have like a little bit more of an updated turn-based with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
Yeah.
And then we have like a modern
Square's
modern take on the action RPG, essentially turn-based in there ish, with Rebirth. And then Dragon's Dogma 2, I mean, we're going for stat manipulation at that point. Same with Elden Ring, It's like, for me personally, I still have not watched any of Rebirth. I still staying clear of it, but I watched a ton of Metaphor, and I really enjoyed what I was watching. Like that's what I'm playing next after I finish up Astrobot. And I watched a little bit of Infinite Wealth, but I don't know. I know you played 7, and then you also played Refantasio or Metaphor.
Yep.
I mean, either way, this looks pretty good for Sega right there. I don't know. Is there one that kind of, if you had to choose between probably the 2 or 3, I don't know if you played Infinite Wealth any. It's more Yakuza. It's more Yakuza with extra stuff.
It's like 7,
yeah. I don't know. Do you have like an opinion on either of those 2 probably? Because I think you're playing Metaphor right now.
Yeah, Metaphor's good. I don't know if it's the best RPG of the year. It's a good RPG. I don't know if it's the best. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I would personally pick 7 Rebirth. Because I enjoyed it a lot. It's a game. If I had to like compare 7 or Metaphor, I enjoyed 7 more. I think. I mean, I'm not done Metaphor, so it's tough to say what happens. But I think I was hooked on 7 Rebirth more because it was a sequel to Remake, and I wanted to know what happens at the end of Remake. Like, it's no surprise now to anyone that Remake is not a 1-to-1 remake of Episode 7, right? It's like a new timeline. So I don't know what's happening. And I think we mentioned before, like, why am I excited about Rebirth is because I legitimately don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a brand new game now. So I was hooked on the story. I wanted to know how it was going to deviate further from the original story. So it's like hooked on it. Metaphor is completely brand new. Absolutely. It's not anything. So I'm like, I'm just kind of enjoying the story as it develops. But I'm not like as eager to get through it. I mean, I'll finish it, but I'm not like thinking about it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the general consensus, at least from what I've heard coming out of it and what I've watched, is like, it really is like a quality of life update on Persona, Megaton, like kind of themes and everything kind of coming together.
Yeah, it's basically
quality
Persona.
Of life. Yeah.
It's basically Persona if they just changed the setting.
And that's what they do best, That's what they do best. But yeah, we'll put this on Rebirth right here, and then move on to the next one, which it's going backwards, so I have to be like, the next one is the previous one. This is where I don't know why Elden Ring's not here. Best action adventure game. We got Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Yeah, I guess Silent Hill 2 can be action adventure. It's adventure.
I mean, action. I think it's what it. I mean, I guess you're going on an adventure, but
yeah. Oh,
you can say that about any game. You could literally say about any game, really. So
yeah, like it makes me feel like horror doesn't have a category. It
no, it's
needs a
probably action,
category.
based on their description, which is puzzle solving and combat.
Yeah, the puzzle solving and traversal. Well, puzzle solving.
There's combat inside.
There's combat. There's combat. Yeah. Like I said, I'm playing Astrobot. I did freaking love Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
I give it to Astrobot.
What? It does deserve many things.
Astrobot's like the definition of like action platformer, right?
It's a platformer, yeah. Like I think this is because like when I think of best action adventure, I always think of platforming more so. And like
so I would probably Astrobot too, yeah.
Though I'm not gonna lie, honorable mention Prince of Persia.
I'm sure Astrobot has puzzles, but they're probably not very hard.
They're not very hard. Prince of Persia has some hard puzzles.
It's like pull the block to climb higher.
No, it's not even like just push or pull a block or
so that's
it's fairly simple. But yeah, that's my shout out is Prince of Persia though. I'm not gonna lie, that junk was solid Metroidvania. Solid. You know what, man? Let me go. Best action game or best game in the action genre. You don't get that. You don't even want to contest on Wukong, Helldivers 2. There's no best shooter. I kind of like Call of Duty 6, Black Ops 6. Like nothing but good stuff actually this year. It's actually very solid. Did a great job. Warhammer. I watched a crap ton of Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2, and I had a fun time watching it. Helldivers, I did play. It was fine, but yeah, I think for me, Wukong does not have what Stellar Blade had in terms of combat. Like I thought, I know you played it, I played it. It was great.
It was good. Yeah, I think a lot of people, they got a lot of attention because of Eve, I guess, right?
Eve, yeah.
I got it because I was interested in a couple of things they had said about it promoting it, that like they were inspired by Nier, which is one of my favorite games.
And they got the composer for Nier.
Yeah, they got composer, and then also like it's by Shift. So I've been playing a lot of Nikke, right? Their mobile game. So I'm like, okay, like what can Shift Up cook up when they're not bound by gacha mechanics, right? When they're free to do a single player game, like when their imagination is like, oh, we don't have to worry about like gacha pose or whatever. So I wanted to see what they could do.
And they honestly, I felt like for this game, it felt like it continued what Lies of P did for me in that space. Out of Korea, I loved exploring, looking for all the cans, every environment.
The fucking cans, dude.
The cans.
The only reason, the only reason I wanted to get all the cans is because the outfit was so.
You know that but see, that's such a good hook. And then there's also all the outfits, freaking all
the dress up. The game is a dress up simulator.
It's a dress up sim.
Yeah, because I remember like seeing like an outfit that I had. I'm like, oh, if only it was a different color. And they're like, oh, you can get that color. Just do this side quest. You're like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah. And I mean, like it was like every time I opened one of those boxes, I was excited to see what was gonna happen. Like what I was gonna get.
The outfit box.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think that's something that I wish Wukong had like more
sexy outfits. Yeah.
Well, more stuff in the environments, because it had beautiful environments, but there was nothing in them to explore. And then of course, like there's some nice character stories in it that aren't the main characters or Eve. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah, and I think Saddle Blade's a very, very good start.
It's a great start. No bugs.
It's not a perfect game by any means. Like it has its faults, obviously. I think the story personally for me, the story falls apart near the end.
It does, yeah.
But
the music was on point. The music was good,
so good. I think for Shift stuff, I can't say that name. Shift Up's first attempt on a console game, it's a very solid start.
Yeah. No bugs. Like legitimately, game ran solid, looked beautiful, and it was fun. And it's fun. It has a great community around it too. So we are going to skip the indie games.
It's fucking indie games
because indie games are indie. Everyone listening is like, I can't believe you're skipping. Well, fine. Let me just read these out.
I looked at it and I was like, oh, I didn't play any of these. So
yeah. Let's read these. Balatro, Animal Well, Manalord, Pacific Drive, and the Plucky Squire.
Last year Dave the Diver got nominated, right? I didn't play Dave the Diver until this summer, and then I was like, oh, this game's actually really good.
So for me, the game I'll play out of this will be Animal Well. That's going to be the game I play out of this. I did watch some Balatro. I mean, it's not card like, road like. It's not for me, but I did watch Pacific Drive. It was kind of survival thing. It's not for me. Plucky Squire, it seemed all right. It seemed better, but I'm moving on. We're moving on. All the way to
audio design.
We got audio design. Best audio design.
I don't think I played any of these. Oh, this motherfucking Astrobot. Boom, done.
Astrobot, Call of Duty 6, or Black Ops 6, FF7 Rebirth, Hellblade, Senua's Saga, and then Silent Hill 2. I haven't played Silent Hill 2. I almost want to give it to it because it's a horror game. It should have good design, but freaking Astrobot's the one game where I will sometimes not use I bought the PlayStation Plus or the Pulse Elite headsets.
Yeah,
it's great, but I'll sometimes not use them just because they have so many different sounds coming out of the controller. Like when you're walking and then interaction. Yes. I'm like,
yeah, I'm telling you, because like, dude, yeah, for real, it seems like it's a really good show of the PS5's unique capabilities, right?
It is.
And by unique capabilities, I mean just a controller.
that controller is,
yeah.
I am definitely feeling many things and many textures. Best score in music. So all that soundtrack. Wait, you're gonna get over Rebirth? You got Astrobot, Rebirth?
It's either gonna be, for me personally, it's either gonna be Rebirth or Stellar Blade. Metaphor has a great
Metaphor. That soundtrack going hard is
it is go very hard.
Last year.
It does go very, very hard. Yeah, same composer as the recent Persona games. It's definitely, what's the word, like dialed up to match the atmosphere, the setting of this hyper super fantasy, world. So very epic scores. That being said, Rebirth has some banger tracks.
Man.
Especially like the last couple boss fights. I didn't even play you have to play Rebirth. The last couple boss fights are just like
PS5
1
Pro calls
hour of insane, like, holy shit, this is hype. And then Stellar Blade, good from beginning to end. So I don't know.
This is actually I think this is probably the best category because I've heard lots of good stuff, even the stuff I've listened to from Silent Hill or watched. Like all of these, I think unanimously they can all win. Like, but we're gonna show Eve some support. I'm sorry, Astro. I love your whimsy music. FF7.
I mean, Rebirth is good.
Rebirth might gonna take this.
It's really good. But like the thing, I don't know. Like,
remake was god tier, and I can't imagine how much up tier it goes after that.
No, it's super good. It's really, really good. But like, if I think, to me personally, just me, if I think about like, I don't know, like, because Stellar Blade is it's a much shorter game than Rebirth.
You remember that desert song?
Yeah. Also the rainy town fight music.
I really just want to remember that sniper battle music because that was good.
Do you know what is on my gym playlist? Is the Hypertube boss?
Oh, the Hypertube was fun.
Hypertube was such a fucking hype boss fight. I was like, oh shit, this is insane. Anyways, yeah.
We are giving this to the Blade, Stellar Blade. I mean, honestly, like that game, if you haven't played it and you own a PS5 and you don't want to wait to the PC release,
I can see how, like, of Stellar Blade, I can see why people would be like turned off of, it's a fan service game. Like, it's just like, it's all about the sex appeal.
On paper, it looks.
Admittedly,
like
yeah, part of it does have a lot of
the character isn't even like that though. That's the thing. Like the character. I think someone brought up an interesting point about, okay, so we know why it's like that in Nier, but why is it like that for Stellar Blade? Like, why were they made? Like, why did Mother Spear make them like?
Why does Eve's ass look so good?
Yeah. Why are they all essentially? And you get to see all the different variations, all the Planet Dive outfits. They're not all They actually got better. They got better.
Well, some of them are like really fan servicey. Then the other ones are just like street fashion, right?
For the Planet Dive outfits?
No, not Planet Dive.
Like her. Oh yeah.
Just her outfits in general.
Yeah, the Planet Dive outfits are just the ones that Mother made, I think.
Yeah. Like
her base stuff.
The default, whatever. What is she? She's like a combat like unit, right?
Yeah.
So those are all like the different uniforms of all the combat units.
Yeah.
No, so Eve obviously has a lot of sex appeal, but like, if you can get past that, it's a pretty good action game.
it's a good action. No, it's a good action. It has deep. It has more mechanics on it than you would think. So, anyways, best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in the artistic design and animation. We got Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadows of the Earth Tree, Metaphor, Refantasio, and Neva, which I'm playing.
I don't know, dude. You can give it to whoever you want. I would pick Metaphor, but
I need Wukong to win one thing. And this is the one thing that they promised and they delivered on.
You know,
like, hands down.
I honestly feel like I feel like Metaphor is that little like bit. It's too over engineered at times. Did you ever play Persona 5 or no?
No, I'm just like one day.
One day you'll play Persona.
One day I'll play Persona 5.
So the thing about Persona 4, maybe not 4 so much 4, but the thing about Persona 5 and then Strikers, all the recent Persona games and Metaphor is that they have super flashy menus? If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
you've seen them, right?
Yeah.
Like you've hit like start and then like it's like a weird it's like a wheel animation.
Just
and
like going.
Yeah, there's so much shit happening.
And the Metaphor, it's like the hands and all this stuff. I'm like, whoa.
It is so much style and like whenever you win a fight in Metaphor, there's like an eye drops in on screen and you like zoom into the eye and then like your party's walking in slow motion.
Yeah.
There's so much shit happening and like it looks really flashy, but honestly I feel like it's too much sometimes. I'm like
it's too
can I just get like a normal like result screen? Like, you know, seriously, I'm like, holy shit, there's so much happening. I'm like, oh god.
That's like the best feedback they'll get. Like, can I just get a normal?
Yeah, no, there's a thing where like there's camera shake in the game, but to me is annoying because it's like, you know, if you had someone behind you filming the game in quotation marks and they were not using a rig, they were just holding the camera, so it has like sway and shake
while you're while you're running.
Yeah, while you're walking, and I hate it so much. And then you can turn that off, thankfully, but you can't completely turn it off. So if you're in like a dialogue with someone, you're just talking to an NPC, and there's the text boxes, and you just don't advance, the camera will like move and stuff, and I'm like, can it not do that, please?
Can it maybe not? Hopefully.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's too much sometimes. I think personally.
I guess we'll see when they do Persona 6.
Yeah, where are they gonna go from here? Like, where are they gonna fucking go from here?
They're probably just like, man, we need to rest. Because because no one's working on it, right? Like, unless they have a second team that's working
like
on
another team,
another team.
But this was their A team. Like, this is
this is the A team. This is the Persona 6 team.
It is the Persona team, yeah. So whatever.
For DLC, I guess. Who knows? Best narrative: FF7 Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Refantasio, Sinuous Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. This is for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game.
Which one of these have you played?
None. This is the one category I've played none. I'm trying to play Senua on Game Pass after I finish up. Probably, after Astrobot, and then I'll go into Metaphor just to kind of chill throughout the end of the year. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't know which.
I mean, I've only played Rebirth and Metaphor, and Rebirth is good because FF7 is good. Like, it's based off FF7, so if you liked FF7, you'll like it. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you.
We hit up FF7.
We can vote for it, yeah. It is.
We can vote for it.
Are you gonna wait for a PS5 Pro to play FF7?
I am. I am now.
Are you buying?
It's bad. Like,
we should just sell. Are you gonna sell it? You can make.
No,
money
I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That's the only. The thing is like in the US, it's so much better because you can get $350 or $300 something off when you trade it in.
When you trade it in
at GameStop, right?
Yeah.
And then you only have what, $400 left. In Japan, the stupid conversion rate is so messed. You get like 200, maybe 300 yen.
Have you gone to like bookoff.com and like priced out what you would get?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that much. How much do you get from it? Like Niman or what?
It's I think it's Samman.
Because
mine's
fucking brutal. That's brutal.
Because mine's on a slim. Mine's on a slim, so
right, you get
Yomon
right?
for the slim. Yeah.
You get Yon for a slim. Okay.
You get more for the slim, and it's just like fudge. Even with that, you still have to pay
like a little buttload, like 700, 800 Hachiman, right? Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Are you gonna you want to get a PS5 Pro like soon? You gonna sell your PS5 plus some other stuff that you got laying around, or what? Or
I'm just kind of like saving up. Basically, I'm gonna save and then also. I just sell it when I get the chance.
Because if you go to a book off right now, they take more than consoles. You can sell shit. You can sell shit right now.
Like all of my games will be like,
yeah,
here,
all your
have this
games
for
and your console.
all
Maybe
my
you like
PS4 games from 10 years ago.
yeah,
Be
you
like,
can
yo,
depending on what it is, you can get some money. You have some Switch games you can sell. You can get some money on Switch
on
games.
my Switch. So I made the switch to digital.
Okay, then you got nothing to sell.
I got nothing to sell, man. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Yeah, no. No, because the Pro in Japan is like Juniman. It's pretty expensive. It's
It's
120,000 yen. That's fucking awful.
it's robbery.
Yeah,
The worst part is like that's just how the currency converts.
it's
I
so
converted
shitty.
it. That's it.
Juniman, 120,000 yen is enough to get you a.
You can get a TV. I
Uh,
bought my TV for that much.
you can also get like a good GPU. You can switch to PC gaming for that.
You can well, can you get the GPU and everything?
Well, not
Like
everything, but like
CPU and all that stuff.
let's say you have a middling CPU right now. You can be like, oh, I'm gonna jump to a good GPU, and that's basically buying a console kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm I mean, gosh, it's
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Anyways, game direction, Astrobot.
It's game direction. Astrobot. It's like Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadows of the Other Tree, and then also Final Fantasy VII. We give this to Astrobot. I think Astrobot just like, gosh,
I want Astrobot to
pure.
like win. Yeah, I want it to win.
It's a pure game. Like they just make you like it puts that same kind of reaction to when you play Mario.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. You know the feeling that I got playing Astro's Playroom was so similar to like kind of being a kid and playing early PS1 games. It's kind of like if you imagine like, Spyro and Crash and like all those early 3D platformers, but then just took that to the modern era. And it's just like a pure gaming experience.
It's pure gaming. It's in all the levels, they're less than 5 minutes. It respects your time, and it's just most
it's
anticipated
a game for everyone. You could be at any age and you can enjoy Astrobot.
Yeah. And I get the same feeling I had in Stellar Blade when I find a new bot. I'm like, oh, which one is that? What game are they from? And then I'm like, I get like really
yeah. All the references. Yeah, it's so good.
Most anticipated Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I always want to say Sex on the Beach for that, but Death Stranding 2 on the beach, Ghost of Yote, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4, and then Monster Hunter Wilds. That's kind of fucked up.
What do you like? What would you vote for? What do you want to vote for?
Me personally, I would like Monster Hunter Wilds.
What do you think is gonna win though?
GTA 6 gonna
GTA
clean
6,
this shit all the way. GTA 6, like nothing can compare. There's nothing.
So vote for Wilds too, because I would vote for Wilds, right?
Yeah.
But I think GTA 6 is gonna win. Like I don't. Yeah.
But this is like, that's so awesome that next year, assuming everything hits, right? Assuming everything hits, we have all of these games. Ghost of Yote, I don't know, who knows, maybe it does come out next year. But
honestly, I would be surprised if it came out next year.
Yeah, because they just announced it, but
yeah, like let it cook for a bit, right? Yeah.
But yeah, that's a baller banging year. Metroid Prime 4 means Switch 2 launch title. Let's just get real. Switch 2 launch.
Right, yeah.
Okay, and then last one finally is Game of the Year. A bunch of familiar faces.
Astrobot,
Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Other Tree, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
And then Metaphor.
And then Metaphor, Reinfantasio. Did they overreach with the metaphor there? I'm afraid Balatro is going to get this. For some reason, I'm like, dadgum Balatro. You're like Vampire Survivors, but I don't even think was Vampire Survivors.
I don't think they were nominated. Maybe like indie game or something, but I don't think they won anything.
It's trying to come up in here, but yeah, I can honestly say, even after playing 80 hours of Wukong, reading and doing everything, getting all this, I will say I saw some stuff in there that I have not seen in a game in like period, like best combat stuff I have seen in 10 years. Yeah. Sequences, anyways. There's one in a battle. It's so good, but it ain't Game of the Year material on it all around. There's literally a chapter called Unfinished. Last chapter is called Unfinished because it's unfinished. But yeah, I don't know, FF7 Rebirth or Astrobot. Personally,
personally for me, I've only played Rebirth and Metaphor, and I have a decent idea of what Astrobot is like.
Yeah.
If I had to pick like one game of the year, one game of my year, FF7, right? I was totally hooked on it. So when the game came out, I binged
finished like in a week or something.
Well, it was longer than Remake. I thought I could do it in a weekend, like I did Remake. I couldn't. The game is long as fuck.
It's 100 hours.
100 hours, yeah. So, but I binged it. Like it was kind of unbroken. If I look at Metaphor now, so I haven't played Metaphor. I haven't played it in a couple days at this point. I mean, I just haven't. I just don't play it every day.
Yeah. That's how I have me and Wukong.
But like when Rebirth launched, I like nonstop played it. Like
that's how I was playing Stellar Blade too. Like that's how you know, like you can't put it down.
So it was like 100 hours that I squeezed into like 8 days or something like that, or not 8 days, but like maybe like 10 or 11 days. I was up. I remember being up till like 2 a.m. or something. Like I was near the end of the game, like Friday night or something like that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get to like at this point, I'm gonna play a little bit more in the story, and I'm gonna go to bed. It's like 2 in the morning or something. I end up going to bed at like 4 a.m. because I just like I'll just play a little bit more or something. Oh, yeah. Personally, for me, Rebirth. I don't know, man. You didn't even play it, so you can't comment on it.
I can't comment on it. Yeah. I mean, personally, for me, right now, Astrobot. Just because it's just like we talked about, it's pure, it's fun. It's the first game that I've wanted to share what I found. They have like little photo spots in the game when you can take pictures or you can share. This is the first time I've ever used my share function in my PlayStation and actually posted to social media and been like, hey, look who I found. Like, because it's just, I don't know, it's very nostalgic. And even for games like they have, I ran into Joker from P5. And then like and then you get like the when you pull the capsule and do the gacha, he gets like the card and then he'll like throw the card up in the air and then he'll like jump up and disappear and then come back down, but then he'll fall. Like, you know, it's just
it's like silly kind of
yeah. And then Aegis was in there from P3, but I don't know who else is going to be in there because it's just like, yeah, you know, the cat from Stray, like the cat from Stray, you know, the dog from Humanity.
I think Astrobot's really fun too, crazy. Because it's like a celebration of games. Right?
Yeah.
So it's good for everyone. You can pick it. I don't care.
We hope you sweep.
I hope Astrobot wins because then I want people to be like, oh, games don't have to be these super gritty, like realistic, serious kind of games. You know what I mean?
No, that's exactly it. And I think that's kind of what Warhammer 40K is as well. It is
super gritty.
It's super gritty, gory, but it's a game. You know, It's just like turn off some stuff, do this, and just rock out with your friends, but just enjoy everything that's happening. And, you know, it's not made at a super huge high budget. And Astrobot's, you know, not a huge high budget game. I mean, they have budgets, but I don't know. I feel like that AA or mid-tier game needs to exist because it's just not there anymore. And I think it just is a good message for the industry. Not to say that Wukong isn't, because coming out of China, like that game, I feel like that represents China. Like that game.
Yeah, that game, that story, that's and everything, yeah.
Well, no, I mean like just a lot of the, you know, like how we have pagodas and we have temples and things that we see here, Buddha's statues and all that's in the game, but they don't ever really repeat the same textures. And it's just very authentic. I don't know. I just felt like, you know, if you know, you're feeling a little bit of culture in there. So anyways, thanks everyone for watching or listening. This I think is live on YouTube as well. This is like dry end. We're basically at our time limit. So we'll hopefully be back next week for another episode. And until then, can you tell them where they can find you, Alex?
I stream on Twitch 2 days a week. So that's twitch.tv/Root24, I think. What's my username? Is it it's Root24?
It's Root24.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm on Twitch. So if you want to like swing by, hang out, or whatever, do so. I don't know what I'm streaming this week. I always have a problem. Like literally every day before I go live, I'm like, shit, what am I doing today? So I have to like figure it out.
Dragon Quest 3.
You know what? That's good. You know, that'd be actually, I don't know. Is it a good time?
I don't know. It depends. It depends if it hits you like the same way Dragon Quest.
No, it's a good game. I don't want to. No, I don't want to shit on it. Yeah, no, it's a good game.
It hits you like DQ11 hit you.
I think
the same battle song all day.
Yeah, I should. Maybe we'll give it a try. I don't know. But yeah, we'll stream something.
Man, and then you can find me at NinjaTrixta on Twitch as well, streaming Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wednesday and Friday, we're playing Control. Saturday and Sunday, we're playing Neva. So we're moving along and having some good times there. So if you want to play some action or some narrative stuff, come on and join me there. So that'll do it for us. And I would normally just patch in some music here, so that's what's going to happen in the post production.
Sweet.
There we go. I'm going to find out where you press pause. Oh, stop. Here it is. Have a good one, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.